Hello there everyone, and thanks for joining me once again at my tying bench. And in today's tutorial I'm going to tie you up a simple pattern. It's a searching nymph pattern, and I got this particular pattern out of my book Flies to Best 1000 once again. And this one I have not tied yet out of the book, and it's a very simplistic pattern, so I thought I'd give this one a whirl for you here, and you might like to see this one tied up. So I'll get this guy the vise, fresh hook in, get started. This fly calls for a streamer hook, and it's a 9672, and it's tied on a size 4 and a 6, so I'm going to tie it on the 6 for you here. So get this locked in the vise, just like so. And I stepped up my thread a little. Than I usually use 70 denier. I'm using black 140 UTC. And before we get tying here, I'm going to put some lead weight on here, and I'm going to pretty much cover the whole shank with some .20 lead wire. So I'll wrap this guy up with lots of weight here, just like so. Okay. And we'll come up to almost to the eye, snip that excess off, and I'm also going to wrap a few wraps back towards the bend. Then I'll just wiggle the end of that off, and we'll squeeze those wraps together like so. Okay, now I'll bring in the thread here, and we'll start right behind the lead first, and with a few wraps, then we'll jump on top, come forward. Then we'll go back down the lead once again, back up and down one more time, and that'll give that nice and secure wraps there for that lead. Okay, we'll snip off the tag end of thread and move back to above the barb here. Now the body is simply, or before we tie the body in, I should not forget the wire rib. The pattern in the book doesn't call for a rib, but I'm going to put a piece of wire in just to help secure the hackle down when we put it down for a durability purpose. Just make the fly last longer. So I'll tie that. And by the way, that's small UTC copper wire I'm tying in there. So we'll get that in there nice and secure. Move a hit a ways. Now we'll tie our body in, which is some large olive chenille the pattern calls for. So I'm just going to strip a few of the fuzzies off here, just like so, and we'll catch it in by the threads there. Wrap back towards where we ended our thread there in front of the wire. Okay, then we'll simply move forward to the where we're going to tie off here, right in front of the lead. Okay, at this point I'm going to throw in a half hitch, just like so. Snug that down. Now I bring my bobbin cradle over, and also place a little bead of head cement along the top of the lead there, just like so. We'll spread that around. Okay, now we'll begin to wrap our body. And that first wrap I'm going to just do with my fingers here first. Give it a nice snug pull. Then we'll use the rotary function here to finish up the body. Keep that nice and tight as you're wrapping. Good tension on it, and then we'll keep wrapping forward. Okay. Right about there is where I want to go, so move that bobbin cradle out of the way, and I'll slide my thread back up here and come in behind that chenille, and then in front, back behind again. Then I'm going to wrap back and lock it in like I always do, nice and tight. Okay, turn the vise here and snip that off, nice and close. Okay, there's our chenille body. Okay, now the hackle it calls for is just brown hackle palmered over the body, so I have a brown saddle hackle here. that I'm going to tie in here. And we'll tie that in right in front of our body. The all side facing rearward. Wrap the stem down, then I'm going to fold that stem back. Wrap back over it, and then snip it out. Okay. Alrighty. Now we're ready to palmer that hackle back. So we'll make one wrap here, right behind the, right in front of the body there, and then we're going to proceed rearward. And you want your wraps to be about 1/8 of an inch or so apart. And keep moving back. If your hackle gets short like this one, I just grab on with my hackle pliers to finish up, and then we'll just take another wrap. Now grab that wire there, and we'll come up from underneath, and we're going to catch our hackle here. Release my pliers. Well, that's snipped off, so that's all the better. I don't have to snip it off later. And then we'll just proceed forward, wiggling that through the hackle, and that's going to trap down those stems too as you go forward, making it nice and secure. And we'll just proceed to the eye here, and we'll tie our wire off. A couple wraps like so. And a couple more. Then I'm going to fold that wire back, hold everything back, trap that wire in there, locking it in place, and then give it a little helicopter here and twist it off. Okay, there we go. Now I'll build that head up a little bit more here. Alrighty. That's just about got it there. Alright, that looks good to me. So now I'll just take the whip finisher and do a 4 or 5 turn whip finish. Okay. Just like so here. Alrighty, that's fine. And we'll snug that down nice and tight. Come with my scissors and snip off the thread. Okay. And there we have another size 6 Riffle Devil. That's the name of the fly, the Riffle Devil. And I must mention the originator, the guy's name is Charles Brooks, who originated this pattern. And when you look at it, you would almost, it surely looks like, what it looks like is a large woolly worm to me, but it's called the Riffle Devil. And anyway, one more step, I'm going to take some of my solar res here, bone dry like I always do, to secure the head of my fly. Just go around here, cover up all them thread wraps on the head. There we go. Let's give it a little spin and hit it with the light there. And cure that resin. Okay. And there she be. Very simple fly to tie. So I thought you might like to see this one tied up, and it surely wouldn't be in the book there if it wasn't a fish catcher. And give this one a go if you have the materials, for sure. Give it a try. So anyway, I want to thank you all for watching like always, and I always point out that if you're a new viewer and you haven't subscribed yet, and if you'd like to see more flies in the future, just hit the good old subscribe button there, and I also appreciate that a great deal, your support. And if you'd like to throw in a like, that means a lot too as well. So I'll see if I can get a little close up here of this guy here, though it's getting blurry on me or something crazy like that. Guess it still looks pretty good there. So anyhow, until next time everyone, I want to thank you all for watching. Happy tying out there, and I shall see you all again soon. So long for now.